Yeah, I mean, obviously it was an unbelievable game. I thought the atmosphere, we talked after, Brad Fast's been here the longest, and he said flat out the loudest he's ever heard Mun, and I think it's been that way the whole year, and just the support we get, and ton of respect for Ohio State. I think when you look at our conference, 4 of the 7 teams are in the top 10, and someone's got to be where they're at, but they're a really good hockey team, well coached, and to push like they did to finish the season. They went on the road and had swept Wisconsin, came in here and beat us on Friday night, and then to go on the road and win a playoffs series against a top 5 team. I mean, I think that speaks to their environment and the job that Rouse does. So a ton of respect for that. And I thought it was a back and forth, tight checking game. I thought Trey made some big time saves for us. I thought their guy made some big time saves for sure, especially in the second. We had a couple breakaways, and I think really that this group's done a good job of responding. And I think we got scored on, and it would have been easy, especially a younger team to melt. And and 13 seconds later, Nash a big time play for us, and got us the lead, and we're able to hang on.
Questions for the players?
I have one for Coach.
Oh, no, we'll come back to Coach. Then we're going to do questions for the players, and then.
This is for Trey. I was just wondering, with both of you guys, I think you had 37 saves, he had 36. Did it kind of feel like not a one-on-one showdown, but kind of trying to top each other with, being so close?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of definitely felt like a goalie game out there. Obviously, in games like that, for me, it's just kind of doing everything I can to make sure the next one doesn't get behind me. So, obviously, kind of have to take that into effect. And I think, obviously, he played really well tonight, so a lot of props goes to him.
Trey, can you talk about your nerves maybe compared to the first game you had this year, now to another big game with the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not much different. I've been playing hockey for a long time and playing some pretty big games, so kind of feel like I've always been ready for it. But I mean, just definitely getting more comfortable with how I perform out there for sure.
Nash, on your goal, it looked like Tanner did some work to get that puck to you. Can you talk about how that play developed and Tanner making that play to set it up for you?
Yeah, I mean, that line was great for us, and I mean, they always are. They create a lot of energy for us, and hunt their D-men, turn pucks over. So, yeah, Kels was doing work down low and, fed it out front and was on my stick and went in. So, credit to him, great play, and yeah, it was fun.
Nash, the broadcast, was talking about how you got a pregame message from Mark Messier. I'm just curious what that did for you, and maybe did you share it with the team?
Yeah, no, he sent a message to me, and I mean, obviously he's one of the greatest players to ever do it, and a great leader as well. So obviously really cool to get that from him, and he wanted to send it along to the team, and it's great to see, and obviously nice to have his support.
Trey, what does it mean to only be tied there for the 13 seconds, and captain bailed you out? What'd you say to him after he scored?
I haven't talked to him much yet, but thanks, Nash. Thanks a lot. So.
Nash, obviously senior captain, first home playoff game in your career, and obviously you get to be the hero with the game winner. Just kind of talk about the emotion of tonight and just the atmosphere you guys got to play in.
Yeah, I mean, amazing atmosphere. We talked about it, probably the craziest it's ever been, and Coach Nightingale mentioned too, like he's been here in some of the crazy years with Fasty and everything, but amazing atmosphere, and it really does help us and give us extra juice. So amazing to be a part of and get the win.
Yeah, so going back to Mark Messier, what was your relationship with he's sending you emails and texts now?
He's one of my dad's good friends, and through the years we're family friends with him and his family. So we keep in touch, and yeah, like I said earlier, just cool to have his support and for him to take the time out of his day to do that.
So how did your dad and Messier become friends? Would they ever play together, or they?
My dad played with his brother in Germany, and Mark would go skate with them because they start training camp a lot earlier. So that's kind of how they met, and they just kept in touch.
What was the message?
Well, the first part of it was there was a writing on the wall that said "conquer," and he just kind of applied that to us, and just thinking about some of the big games that he's played in, and it's bigger than just a game. The amount of work that we put in, and the people that have helped us get to where we are. Like, you have to kind of sit back and appreciate that, and use that as like an extra edge for energy.
Was there any conversation you guys needed to have after that first period, or would you say that strong second period was just kind of you guys finding your game, getting your feet under you?
Yeah, I think that's just you know what we've worked on for so long this whole year is responding, like Coach said, and you know that's something that's great about our group. So there wasn't much to be said, and you know we all know what we need to do, and it was just about executing.
I think one more for the players.
Yeah, either of you guys or both. You know, obviously you want to win the Big Ten tournament title, but how important was it to get to play another weekend so you don't have a long layoff before the NCAA tournament? Obviously, being a hot team, you don't want to sit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that can speak for everyone. We love the game of hockey and we want to be playing. So you know, just it's another game to improve and to work and get better. So you know, it's obviously we want to win and keep playing for as long as we can.
All right, we're going to release the players and we'll open up the floor to questions for Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Coach. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Who deserves the credit for that challenge? Did somebody see it live on the bench, or did you get something in your ear telling you that?
No, it's all Dan Sturgis does a great job, and you know, it's a thankless job, and sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't. You know, usually offsides is pretty clear, but he caught it right away and called down, and obviously a big moment, you know, and things happen fast. It's hard. The game's getting so fast. It's hard for the officials to see that stuff live, and that's why we have review. And but yeah, that was a big time call.
You obviously took advantage of the opportunity at Wisconsin. You do it again tonight to set yourself up for next week. You speak to your team's mindset and what you're seeing in these sort of big game, big opportunity moments.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're getting down to crunch time here, right? And you know, the rest of the way, it's win or go home, you know. And you know, I think we've learned how to win different ways, you know. And we've won high-scoring games, low-scoring games, tight games, and we've come back and we've held on to leads, and those are all valuable things, and you know, to have in our back pocket. And I think it speaks to the leadership on our team and the poise. You know, I think it's really important if you want to be a great team. You got to have some poise. And you know, we talk too is you know, you're playing good teams right now, so they're gonna push. You know, and so if you want to win a fight, you got to be able to take some punches. You know, and I thought there were some times for sure where they leaned on us, but they did a good job sticking with it.
You talked to the environment tonight and sort of what this felt like, and can you anticipate next week what that'll be like being in that environment here?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been great, you know, and I think you know, I give our guys credit because I think they've earned some respect in town here, you know, and I think that was one of our goals 2 years ago, is to try to earn and not expect people just to come and watch it because you're Michigan State hockey. You gotta play hard, and we're not perfect, but you gotta play team hockey, and I think that's what our fans respect about our guys. I think you come and watch us play. We're going to play like a team. We're going to act like a team. You know, and our fans can leave, win or lose, proud of our effort.
Adam, how would you describe your defensive play after you took the 2-1 lead? What did you like about it, and what was the intent?
There was parts I liked. There was other time, again, they're a good team, so you know, they put us. There was times I thought we struggled breaking the puck out and kind of compounded some problems, and we had to play a little bit longer, but I thought we did a good job for the most part, keeping things to the outside, and then obviously they pulled their goalie. You know, I don't think we gave up much. We did a good job in the neutral zone, and we got pucks out. And but overall, you know, I thought we did a lot of good.
With the goalie pulled, are you telling your team to shoot for the empty net, or basically flip the puck down and create time?
You know, I think now I've probably changed as a coach. I think before it was, you know, better not shoot until you get to the red line, and I think the players are so good now, and if they have time and space and they have an opportunity to put the game away, for sure. But knowing the time on the clock, you know, if you're talking about 6 seconds left, that's different. You just need to eat it and be smart in those situations. You know, we've been a lot of 5-on-6 situations this year, you know, and we've iced a number of games because guys have a little bit of poise and put it away.
How helpful do you think that series was a few weeks ago, getting Ohio State's best? You know, like maybe if you guys were basing it off that first series early in the year, you maybe not have expected such good offense out of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we try to like to think our guys respect everyone we play, you know, and make sure that we're always ready. Our job is, you know, you can't control who you're playing, but you got to control your game, you know. And so I think even when we played them early in the year, you know, I felt the same. I know sometimes it probably comes across as coach talk that they're a good team and we won 2 games, but I really felt that way. And but you're right, it probably does get their attention. You know, in our guys, this is a hard conference, so when they see a team do what they did, definitely a ton of respect.
Adam, can you remember a game with 3 bigger reviews and to come back and score 13 seconds after they tied it, get the crowd back in it and turn the momentum around? How big was that?
Yeah, no, that would be a first for me with that many in the critical times, and obviously, you know, we respond there and score 13 seconds later, then a review, so you're waiting, so it actually gave a crowd another opportunity to get into it, you know, and so, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a game, you know, you'll never forget.
Coach, obviously, tough games like this, tight down the stretch. Just kind of the situation of early in the year, the team had to go through some growth, being a young team. Just kind of how proud are you of this team from where they were early in the season? A lot of high-scoring games and being able to win games like this tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think even going back further, it's just, you know, we got 15 new guys got here in July, and they've committed a lot. You know, they've worked extremely hard, not just, you know, at the rink, but in the classroom, and making good decisions off the ice. You know, and I think that's kind of our mantra as a team, like make decisions based on the team and player you want to be, you know, and use that as your guideline. And when I see the decisions our guys are making, when they're coming in on off days, when they're lifting after games, they're probably in there right now. And I just think that, you know, it's good to see them get rewarded because, you know, obviously results matter and that can fuel more commitment. And but yeah, these guys have sacrificed a lot and hopefully got a lot more hockey ahead of us.
This was the first game this group has played in 2 weeks. So what did you just see throughout the week that really allowed them not to have any rust coming into this game?
You know, we had 2 weeks of practice without a game, you know, and I think it's not ideal this time of year, but it is. You know, I actually talked to Jared Rosberg's dad, Jerry, who coached in the NFL, and had a good talk with him because I was kind of frustrated with it, and he was working for the Ravens or had at one point, but knew their staff and they had a bye this year, and they really needed to change their mindset, you know, on using this as an opportunity. And you know, I think our guys did a really good job of that. By the end of the week, they were at each other's throats. They were tired of practicing against each other, needed some live ammo. So, but yeah, I thought it's not easy to practice 2 straight weeks and keep the intensity, but they did a good job with it.
And you said it, Coach, it's the loudest you've ever heard Mun. Can you talk about how that feels for you as somebody who spent time playing here as a player, been here as a student? Like, how does it feel being part of the reason that this stadium was so loud?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really special. I go back to November a year and a half ago, and I don't know if anyone remembers the crowd, but I got pictures of it, and there was maybe 2,000 people here. You know, that was one thing, and our marketing department does a great job, and but we needed to do a better job on the ice. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So we made sure, hey, we're no giveaways. We're not looking for a fake crowd here. We want to do it for real. And you know, once we won those games, and then we had a chance to play Michigan and beat Michigan at home there, it's been sold out ever since. You know, so it's been pretty cool. But I give the credit to the guys because you know, I think they earn people's respect and they enjoy watching our team play. Again, they're not perfect, but I do think when you come and watch our team play, we play like a team.
Buckeyes beat you here late in the season, won 3 from the Badgers. Have you seen a better 7th place team, and do you want to?
I think that's just the nature of our. I mean, you're right. There isn't. I mean, you look at our conference again. I think that's a huge. There's only 7 teams and 4 are in the top 10. There's literally no nights off, and the other ones are. You know, I think all 7 are probably top 15 teams. You know what I mean? And someone's got to end up on the other side of it. So, ton of respect for them. And then on top of it, to finish the season the way they did, how it had started for them, like that's big time. That doesn't happen often.
The incredibly dramatic games you had with Minnesota here and Michigan, people need to check their pacemakers before next week?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, obviously, 2 really good programs going at it right as we speak right now. And, you know, for us, you know, we're just excited about playing, and whoever we get, we've got to make sure we're ready to go.
Thanks, folks. Information on the
Thank you.
web.
Appreciate it.